You're watching Eswatini TV News at 10. I'm Notilesi Tole alongside Stella Gunene. First, here's a look at our headline stories tonight. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Apollo Mapalala, says that the Financial Reporting and Compliance Workshop will provide municipalities with the necessary tools to drive meaningful changes. The Minister of Natural Resources and Energy, Senator Prince Nkokela, has announced that the rollout of the prepaid water meter has already begun. Members of Parliament have established a committee of 7 members to investigate issues surrounding the Eswatini Post and Telecommunications Corporation employees who will be retrenched at the end of March of 2025. And now the news in detail. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Apollo Mapalala, says that the Financial Reporting and Compliance Workshop will provide municipalities with the necessary tools to drive meaningful changes. The Minister made these remarks during the closing session of the Ministry of Housing Compliance with Financial Reporting session held in Manzini.
In effort to reinforce the principles of financial accountability, transparency and efficiency in municipal governance, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development brought together key stakeholders, including municipal leaders, financial experts, and auditors to delve into critical topics that directly impact the financial management of local management institutions. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Apollo Mapalala, says that several pivotal areas were explored, each designed to strengthen financial governance within municipalities.
My assumption is that you are trying to harness speed and direction. If the direction is clear, and the speed is agile enough, because it has to be in good time. We are really outgrowing some of letting men and I really applaud all of you for that. I have been made aware that you have been interrogating my legal frameworks applicable in the government of municipal finances. You have also been exposed to issues of best practices, financial reporting and compliance. I have been made aware that you have been exposed, or you are yet to be exposed, I'm not sure, on the critical and crucial roles Office la Auditor General and la Accountant General.
Councillor Khanyisile Mamba, the president of the Eswatini Local Government Authority, says that this workshop will play a key role in promoting transparency within the local government operations. She says that the knowledge gained will assist in ensuring more transparent practices moving forward. Stembile Smelane, the Deputy President of the Eswatini Local Authorities Managers Association, says that the workshop will help them better report on how funds are utilized, ensuring greater accountability in financial management. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni Mbabane.
The Minister of Natural Resources, Senator Prince Nkokela, has announced that the rollout of the prepaid water meter has already begun, though it is still at the pilot stage. The minister says that the project will cost approximately 600 million emalangeni. The minister made these remarks in Parliament while responding to questions regarding the implementation of the prepaid water system in the House of Assembly.
While providing answers to the House regarding the implementation of the prepaid water meter system, the Minister of Natural Resources and Energy, Senator Prince Nkokela, says that the project has already begun and is currently being piloted in Ezulwini.
Emamitha sesinawo lesi siwayidentifiyle kuthi inanga latawusebenza. And ke nasakhona asaqalile vele ayasebenza.
The minister says that for the year 2025-2026 period, the plan is to install 10,000 prepaid water meters, with the project requiring 600 million emalangeni. The minister assured that those who owe water bills will be assisted. Members of Parliament then debated and inquired about the status of the loan bill.
This month. Sikwelede babacimela wasebenzisa la month siyaqhubeka ngalo sikhule noma consume lesi.
Ngabe le loan bill itawuta nini ukuthi sikhone ukuthi sifake lama prepaid countrywide.
They highlighted that it would be necessary for the nationwide implementation of the project. They also raised concerns about the need to address the issue of not increasing water bills when the water is not utilized.
Le loan bill ngicabanga ukuthi
In response, the minister clarified that the loan bill is not yet required. The minister further stated that the awareness campaigns will be conducted across the country to educate the public about the prepaid water meter system. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni, Bongan Masugu, Smova Shongwe, Parliament.
Members of Parliament have established a committee of 7 members to investigate the issues surrounding the Eswatini Post and Telecommunications Corporation employees who will be retrenched at the end of March 2025. These employees have allegedly been on contract for 15 years or more. This information was shared by the Mbabane East Member of Parliament, who is the mover of the motion, requesting the House to adopt it.
The Mbabane East Member of Parliament, Honorable Welcome Dlamini, moved that the House of Assembly elect 7 members to investigate reports of massive layoffs by the Eswatini Telecommunications Corporation, EPTC. Honorable Welcome Dlamini says that the committee should focus on the issue of restructuring and its impact on permanent, contract and temporary employees of the corporation.
Liposi usithe lomnyaka lophelile la provide la vumelana linye lemabhange ukuthi leti 17 yethu ema-loan kwasina bavumelana nelibhange kwathiwa batawubhadala ama-loan over 5 years.
Dlamini also highlighted that the affected employees have existing loans which they intend to pay using their gratuity. The Mfongwaneni Member of Parliament, Honorable Nathi Hlophe, seconded the motion raised by the Mbabane East Member of Parliament. The Minister of ICT, Senator Savannah Mazia, and the Minister of Finance also participated in the debate on this motion.
uthena uthi uyayiva umuntu lenzaba yaseMbabane eposini lenhlitiyo ithi nangabe umuntu ithi bayanciphisa inani lebantu downsizing bese sowuva ukuthi nangabe kuhambe abantu lababili baphindze ba-advertise ama-post abantu lababili so uyadibuta ukuthi kahle kahle ikuphi lenhloso la.
Eposini, whatever they do, the objective is to do that and deliver services to eMaswati. And so to say it's created to provide employment would really be wrong. It means that we are going to have parastatals as fattening ranchers and employ more and more people, cost services to the nation to be able to do that.
Lesikwati what's as a ministry could see. EPTC is an engineering-based company. Like Nema Projects, it hires a lot of temporary employees. It's in a parallel project. Lesikwati as a ministry is that as we speak, EPTC in 210 temporary employees working on various projects. Laba retrenchwago or right sizing bang 30. Le kutsi kwafika mabang nama loans, Honorable Speaker, we'll have to look into that.
The established committee consists of the following members: Honorable Charles Ndlovu, Honorable Mongosi Dlamini, Honorable Welcome Dlamini, Honorable Nathi Hlophe, Honorable Tembeni Magongo, Honorable Futhi Ngamphalala, and Honorable Prince Mshengu. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni, Smova Shongwe, Bongan Masugu, Parliament.
Eswatini has approximately 70,000 to 72,000 hectares of land designated for maize farming. The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Sydney Smilane, says that despite this, changes in weather patterns have a significant impact on the country's agricultural production. Smilane made the statement during a field visit by the ministry to a maize farm in Mahlanya to educate farmers on different maize seed varieties. The initiative will span across the 4 regions of the country to empower farmers with knowledge of maize cultivation techniques. At one of the rural fields at Mahlanya on Wednesday, demonstrations were held in partnership with different seed developers who explained the benefits of improved seed varieties. Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Sydney Smelane, says providing smallholder farmers with access to modern agricultural knowledge is key to transforming the industry.
Lama demonstration sites lawa kwabolekwa tinhlangano noma mhlambe tinkampani letakha tinhlanyelo eveni. Lesizathu ke ngilokuthi batowukhona ku demonstrate.
Smelane says that by switching to high-quality maize seeds, farmers can expect not only increased yields but also a more resilient crop that can better withstand environmental challenges. Smelane says the ministry is optimistic that the initiative will lead to a significant improvement in maize production. Manzini Regional Administrator Chief Gija says initiatives such as these are instrumental for farmers to gain insights into optimal planting methods.
Asekusukume i-revolution agriculture sibile emakhaya ukuthi yegeja la inkamanzi lo mhlathi lo lima na inhlelo nayo.
Chief Gija applauds the ministry for reaching out to remote farmers. He hopes farmers will utilize the ministry's programs as the agricultural sector is being modernized to reduce post-harvest losses and ultimately contribute to the nation's economic growth. Some of the farmers who were part of the field tour say the government is doing a good thing by teaching them about better seeds.
Sibalimi ke siyabuka lokuthi ihlanyelo lomele langa ngiphi.
Some of them say they have always used traditional maize seeds, but now they see the benefits of improved ones. The farmers say the challenge is now getting seeds at a lower price, although the government subsidy program eases the burden. Currently, Eswatini consumes about 140,000 metric tons of maize annually. Reporting, I am Notile Sitole with Themba Shabangu, Mahlanya. Eswatini Water Services Corporation has introduced a prepaid water metering service which will allow customers to monitor water usage. This was revealed by Eswatini Water Services Managing Director Jabulile Mashwama.
The prepaid metering project will be implemented starting from the financial year 2025-2026. Managing Director EWSC Jabulile Mashwama says this initiative is a direct response to customer feedback, as many have expressed their need for greater control over their water usage. This is also part of the company's efforts to follow along the government's plan of action to digitalize service delivery. Government in your hands.
Today, we mark a new chapter in our service delivery. We were officially launching our prepaid water metering service. This is a key milestone in our digital transformation journey. This initiative is a direct response to our customer feedback, as many have expressed the need for greater control over their water usage. We have listened, and today we are delivering that solution. The prepaid metering project will be phased over a 5-year period because it is a costly project. In its first year of implementation, which is this financial year 2025-2026, 12,000 residential connections will be undertaken. We envision that by the end of the 5 years, all residences will be on the prepaid metering. Prepaid metering is more than just a billing system. It is also an empowerment tool that offers customers, one, real-time monitoring of their water consumption. It also offers them better budgeting and planning for their household needs, and it also offers them reduced wastages, ensuring that they use water efficiently.
EWSC continues to expand their services beyond urban centers, reaching rural communities where access to clean water remains a challenge. To align with this initiative is the Eswatini Water Supply and Sanitation Access Project in the Nhlangano Lavumisa corridor. And from Manzini to Mpongwaneni. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I am Satabile Mamba, together with Themba Shabangu, Zuluini.
It's calm after the storm in the Eswatini Med debacle. Sami Dlamini remains the chairman of the board, while Peter Smelane remains the principal officer of the fund.
The much-anticipated annual general meeting of the Eswatini Med Fund proceeded without disturbance at the Hilton Hotel in Babane. This comes after the board split into two factions, which resulted in one faction ousting the incumbent chairman, Sami Dlamini, and also suspending the principal officer, Peter Smelane. What followed was a showdown which ended with one dissenting faction approaching the court in an attempt to interdict the annual general meeting. The order was granted by the court, and this was appealed by the board of directors. This meant that the annual general meeting could go ahead today as scheduled.
Njoba nibonile nje nani ukuthi i-AGM iqhubekile ibe successful and i-attendance
The principal officer of Eswatini Med, Peter Simelane, says he is still in office. He says the audited financial statements speak volume of the work that they've done. The chairman, Semi Dlamini, has assured shareholders that all is well at the Eswatini Med. He has lamented the lies that were peddled against him and says such is an assassination of character. He has, however, extended an olive branch to the dissenting faction.
We assure our members and stakeholders that Eswatini Medical continues to operate efficiently and effectively, prioritizing their healthcare needs and long-term security. The succession conclusion of our annual general meeting is further evidence that despite past challenges, Eswatini Med has returned to normalcy and continued to strengthen its governance and operational processes.
Shareholders of the fund elected 4 new members of the board, and these are John Sibande, Dr. Jonathan Dlamini, Sibongile Ndlela, and Treasure Dlamini. The new members will replace 4 retiring members who are Leonard Dlamini, Muzwandile Dlamini, Yeezile Nxumalo, and Edward Sithole. Bongani Matsebula for Eswatini TV News in Babane.
The people of Mpuleni and Agwaluseni constituency have welcomed the ongoing road rehabilitation project, describing it as a significant development that will improve business operations and access to workplaces. This comes after the community has struggled with the poor condition of the road for over 3 years, which had become dusty and almost impassable during the rainy season. The residents have said this at Mpuleni on Wednesday. The road, which stretches from the OK supermarket to Mbigwake, has been in a poor state for over 3 years. Community members interviewed by this broadcaster say now that the road is being rehabilitated, transportation will be much easier because of this development. The residents say heavy rains and a lack of regular maintenance have left it in a state of disrepair, making it difficult for commuters, public transport operators and delivery vehicles to navigate potholes, and uneven surfaces have made driving difficult. Some vendors say they have lost customers over the years because they were reluctant to buy goods that had been displayed and exposed to the dust. The road repair is carried out in partnership with micro-projects and costs over 3 million emalangeni. Kwaluseni constituency head Mthunzi Dlamini says that as a representative chosen by the people, the council is working to improve the livelihoods of eMaswati. Dlamini says through the Regional Development Fund, Kwaluseni Nkundla has also successfully implemented a water supply project. He adds that it is encouraging to see young people in the constituency taking the initiative to apply for financial support from the fund, with 11 development project proposals from youth cooperatives already submitted. Dlamini expresses hope that such development will not only improve infrastructure but also create job opportunities for locals, especially the youth who struggle with unemployment. Reporting, I am Natsile Sithole with Themba Shabangu, Mpuleni, Matapa. The role of architects and engineers in maintaining high standards is more crucial than ever, especially with the introduction of the Citizen Economic Empowerment Act. As the Act encourages more local businesses to participate in large-scale construction and infrastructure projects, it is imperative that the industry leaders, architects and engineers adhere to strict professional standards. The Eswatini Architects, Engineers and Surveyors Association executive member Nhlanhla Maphanga says they are professionalizing the space to better place themselves to benefit from the Act.
As an association, when you apply to be a member of our association, yes, we do check your qualifications. Previously, we vetted ourselves, but now with ASAP, you come to us with your certificate from ASAP, which is now the regulatory body that can confirm whether or not you're a professional. And we have those people, then you then register with us as an association under that category, whether you're a professional or a non-professional.
We also asked him on the concern that valuers hike property and land prices to get more profit, and this is what he said.
There is what we call an issue, the fee scales, which are applied for all professionals. These are scientifically calculated previously, and they help calculate how much time is required for any professional to adequately give attention to a particular job, whether it's designing or costing. Once you have a fee scale in place, then you have a guideline, and then you can always know whether somebody is too high or too low for that matter. We are working with ASAP and CIC to try and develop that fee scale.
The Eswatini Architects, Engineers and Surveyors Association has about 80 members. The executive member says they are working with the Construction Industry Council and other stakeholders to ensure that more is done to professionalize the space. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla, Fuminkosi Nzinisa, Mbabane.
The Eswatini Tourism Authority is taking a significant step in boosting the country's tourism sector with the training of tour operators and tour guides about the Community Guides curriculum. Mliba Mabuza, who is the Product Development Assistant at Eswatini Tourism Authority, said this initiative is made possible through the support of the International Trade Center.
The 5-day training is mostly about facilitating training of tour operators that will in turn train community guides on tour operating services, tour operating techniques. The whole point is to try and improve the capacity of community tour guides in leading a high capacity tour and ensuring that our visitors have a pleasant experience in Swaziland. We're mainly trying to standardize the trainings in Swaziland, tour guidings in Swaziland, so that all tour guides share the same information.
Participants say the training has deepened their knowledge on how providing the right information to tourists can help in increasing the length of stay.
We're getting to learn a lot about tour guiding itself, even though it's all about community tour guiding. But as a tour guide also, it is giving us an insight on a number of things that we kind of didn't really know about. Even if we did know about them, it wasn't as clear as it is now.
Tourist nakafikile endzaweni wamukela kanjani wasita kanjani and yini lokunye loku like lethako inzuzo.
Eswatini's tourism sector, according to the Eswatini Tourism Authority, made a significant stride in 2022, contributing 623 million emalangeni to the country's gross domestic product, a 19.4% increase from the previous year. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla, Fuminkosi Nzinisa, Ezulwini.
And now let's have a look at our financial indicators.
Standard Bank.
And moving on to sports, Mbabane-based primary schools who do not affiliate under the Eswatini School Sports Association have conducted a one-day athletics competition at the Prince of Wales in Mbabane with the aim to assist the athletes in schools to showcase their talent. Tolagele Mamba, who is the tournament coordinator, says the tournament is a chance for school sports to also monitor schools who are not affiliated with the association.
Some of the Mbabane primary schools who are not under the Eswatini School Sports Association held their one-day inter-schools competition at the Prince of Wales in Mbabane.
tikolo letikhona lana tingu-4 faka ekhathini Sunduza, Mxolo, SOS ne-St. John's.
Turagele Mamba, who is amongst the tournament organizers, says the competition is for the schools who are not affiliated under the Eswatini School Sports Association due to lack of funds. Mamba says it is also a chance for the athletes from school to showcase to the School Sports Association and the rest of the country that despite not being involved in school competitions, but they do present a talent.
Nangabe lithalent abalibona bamthathe lo mfana ukuthi naye akhona ukuchubekela embili angapheleli kuleya namhla event ngoba leya namhla event is just one day.
Eswatini School Sports Association, in conjunction with Eswatini Athletic Association, continue to encourage athletes to give it their best whenever they get a chance, as the future of the sport is in schools. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabiso Msonera, Mbabane.
Athletics national team has left the country to Botswana in Francistown to take part of the 2025 Relay Championship Games to be held this coming Saturday in that country. Bidding farewell to the team was the Chief Executive Officer of Eswatini Sports and Recreational Council, Darius Lomo, during a media briefing at Lobamba, or rather Olympia Africa in Lobamba.
Business, I first want to congratulate you for being selected into a team to represent a country. And that is not a small feat. It's a huge thing to be bestowed on a person. It should be congratulated and you should be thankful of it. And not only thankful of it, but you need to do something then about it. You are not going there to have fun or just to express yourself anyhow. Many a times when you get to the stage of national representation, you do things according to guidance. It will no longer be a case of running an 800 meters, 100 meters, 400 meters, or whatsoever the relays. You would have to do so with tactics. That is why you have your coaches. It will be not how you are used to doing it, as and when you do it on your own. At home, running to the shop and back. But now when you are representing a country, you do things according to the book.
That's all for now. Before I go, here's a reminder of our headlining stories. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Apollo Mapalala, says that the Financial Reporting and Compliance Workshop will provide municipalities with the necessary tools to drive meaningful changes. The Minister of Natural Resources and Energy, Senator Prince Leon-Kokela, has announced that the rollout of the prepaid water meter has already begun. Members of Parliament have established a committee of 7 members to investigate issues surrounding the Eswatini Post and Telecommunications Corporation employees who will be retrenched at the end of March of 2025. And with that, it's a wrap. I'll leave you now with the weather update. For myself and the crew, thank you for your company. Take care.
Shop millions in savings with Spar Rewards until 21 April.